Good morning, welcome back. Happy Monday. How are we doing? If we've not met before, I'm Katie, helping you navigate the Dubai property market. And today I have something for the guys that think they've missed out on Dubai. I get asked all the time, oh, is it too late for me to invest in Dubai? I've heard these overnight success stories. I'm too late. I've missed the boat. I've missed the trend. I'm here to tell you, you're most definitely not. To start with, Dubai's 53 years old. 53, okay? Most of you watching this are older than 53. Okay, so I can quite honestly say we are just getting started in this space. And yes, there's been some insane capital appreciation. That being said, you have to be in the right location with the right developer, the right project. Everything has to align in order to do that. You can't just buy blindly in Dubai and expect an overnight millionaire success story. However, today I want to show you and identify you an area which has all the components to make it a very, very successful story. I'll share with you past data, future data, and all the information that we have available to help you navigate this market. Palm Jebel Ali. Have you heard of it before? If you haven't heard of it before, I know you definitely will have heard of Palm Jumeirah. It is an iconic masterpiece of Dubai's waterline. Palm Jumeirah is iconic. It's known all around the world. The fact that Dubai have built this man-made island, not just put sand in the sea, but they have created a thriving city and community. It's one of the biggest landmarks here in Dubai. Everyone has seen it on the map. As you're flying in, it's impossible to miss. And it was really one of Dubai's first masterpieces that put them on the map. Palm Jebel Ali that we're talking about today is the sister. They took all the lessons from Palm Jumeirah. They took what worked, what didn't work, and thought, I know, let's make it bigger, let's make it better, let's make Palm Jebel Ali. And that's exactly what I'm gonna go through today. I'm gonna give you all the details, everything we have, the location, the developers, the behind the brand, what's coming up in the next 12 months, and how you can get involved. Not only that, but we're gonna deep dive and explore some figures so you can actually see, I'm a data-led person. I invest with the numbers. The greatest thing about this project and this next opportunity to get into waterfront living in Dubai is the fact that we actually have the numbers, the trends, and all the market information from Palm Jumeirah. No, we can never predict the future, but we now have real live data for the last 10 years to suggest what we could see coming up at Palm Jebel Ali. Guys, I've got a lot to go through. Let's dive into it. We're gonna start with a little history lesson to start with. Palm Jumeirah came first. It was an icon. They created this first city on the sea, and it was a huge initiative for Dubai's government to really create more waterfront living. It's in high demand. It's very short supply. It's very highly desirable. People want to live there. And with the success of Palm Jumeirah, they went, I know, we want to do bigger, we want to do better, let's create Palm Jebel Ali. So 2002, work commenced on building Palm Jebel Ali, and as they were building all the land, it was then coming up to 2008. And to be honest, it was really, really bad timing on their behalf, and no one could have saw it coming. But 2008 saw the financial crisis all over the world, and construction at Palm Jebel Ali ground to a halt. Everything was put on pause while the financial system worked its way out. And we've really not heard about Palm Jebel Ali again up until early last year, where they re-announced the initiative to get this back up and running. The Dubai government have a huge incentive to get more waterfront living. They know this project is going to be absolutely iconic. It's Palm, it's bigger, it's better. And it was very, very exciting news for the whole of Dubai, because this project has been highly anticipated. We've been waiting in no man's land, not knowing what's going on, but the government has announced construction is started, it's commencing. We are doing this, we are making it happen. It's going to be bigger, better than ever before. Hence, Palm Jebel Ali. So there is going to be an incredible amount of opportunity to get into this new area, and that's why I wanted to bring you along with that journey, keep you updated with everything that's going on there, helping you understand and navigate the market so that you can get a piece of Palm Jebel Ali. Because if the Palm Jumeirah was anything to go by, investors who got in there saw one of the biggest uplifts Dubai has ever seen. Palm Jumeirah was one of the most successful products. You are combining a world-class developer a government initiative, luxury housing on the seafront. It's a recipe for success, okay? And Palm Jebel Ali is going to be no different. They're going bigger, they're going better. Okay, what can I tell you? Palm Jebel Ali, the people behind it, they are Nakheel. Nakheel is a government-backed developer, which gives us a lot of security. You know, in terms of the finances, they're good. You know, in terms of delivery, they deliver. You know the quality is going to be there. You know they've got the track record of doing this because they have proved themselves with Palm Jumeirah that they can do this. They can create a thriving community, and this time they're going bigger and better. You have every confidence that they're going to deliver exactly on their promises. So in terms of the security aspect, you're buying into a brand, you're buying into a government-backed brand, which brings security, it brings peace of mind, it brings iconic landmark projects. They also work on Jumeirah Islands, and they've also worked on Dubai Islands. So they're very, very used to this waterfront living. Okay, so let me touch on the location then. If I zoom out here a little bit, you will see exactly what's going on. Okay, so you've got downtown up here, the Burj Khalifa. If you've seen Dubai, if you've heard of Dubai, that's kind of the epicenter, the capital, the London of Dubai, let's just say. Over here, about 25 minutes down the road, you have Palm Jumeirah, which is the one we've been talking about. Palm Jebel Ali is further south down the coast. Now, interestingly, more and more development is shifting this way through Dubai, and this is really on the back of this huge international airport, which is set to be the biggest airport the world has ever seen. Does it surprise me anymore? No. Everything they have to do is bigger and better, and every single time they deliver on those promises. So the new international airport, which is going to be in Dubai South, is having a lot of developers shift their focus on the new Dubai. Palm Jebel Ali is going to be an extension of that. It's closer to Dubai South. You're close to this new international airport where Emirates will be moving to. Most of the flights that you see will be going through this new airport. So this will be the new home, new hub, new center of Dubai. And it's sat here on the waterfront. So in terms of the construction and the development, all the land is there. You can actually see there on Google Maps. The land is there. It is ready for construction. We are ready to go. It's going to be very, very close to the new airport. It's ticking a lot of boxes in terms of location. So the project itself, what are we expecting to see? Well, firstly, what I love to hear is that they've taken all the lessons from the previous Palm and they are making it bigger, they are making it better, and a few key components that help demonstrate this. Okay, for starters, the crescent around the top of the palm, you might be able to see it better on this photo. Currently in the old palm has 2 entry points, which allows water to come in and out of the palm. Now, residents who live on the villa and the palm said, listen, water's a little bit stagnated because there's not enough entry and exit points for the water. So they thought, okay, that's a great lesson. That's something we couldn't have known, but now we do. This time, we're gonna make 4 entry points. So this is making sure that there's gonna be fresh water coming in and out. It helps marine life, it helps cleanliness. It's gonna help that flowing pace of the water. Definitely a win there. Not only that, but it's actually 50% bigger, which means there's gonna be a lot more land, a lot more opportunity. Things will have a lot more space, things will be more spread out, giving that extra element and feeling of luxury, giving that extra feeling of high end, giving that extra feeling of privacy, which is exactly what these people want, especially when we see the starting prices here. And you can see how much bigger they are making everything. The prongs themselves, in Palm Jumeirah, the maximum was 170, here they're 200. The actual distance between the prongs has been massively increased as well to, again, give more water between the villas, give that feeling of space, tranquility, privacy. You can see in the old Palm, we were sat at 3 meters right at the front. These are starting from 100 meters, which meaning even the villas right at the end, which are usually the cheaper villas, are still getting a lot more waterfront living. They're getting a lot more space between the villas, a little bit more luxury, a little bit more high end, right the way through to the end of the prongs, where in the old Palm, you've got 250 meters and here we're sat at 400. So you can definitely see in every way, shape or form, they've thought about the construction, they have thought about making it bigger, making more space. Not only that, but if you have visited the Palm, you probably have sat in a lot of traffic. This was another lesson they took from the Palm. The old Palm has 1 entry and exit point, which is why traffic can be so thick and heavy, especially if you're heading down to West Palm at the weekend. So the thing they have introduced to navigate that is 3 different exit and entry points on the new Palm. You can see here, you're gonna have it on either side of the crescent and the center, as opposed to just the center on the Palm Jumeirah. So again, they're gonna help alleviate the traffic there as well. Another noticeable difference on the crescent itself is actually on the crescent on the old Palm, only one side of the crescent has beachfront, whereas on the new Palm, both sides of that crescent is gonna have beach. It's again, maximizing the space, maximizing the beach space. So essentially you're going to be able to get 2 rows of hotels, apartments, each with their own beach. It's doubling up the amount of space that we have there. And this is a sneak preview, a sneak master plan of what the Palm Jumeirah is set to be like. In true Dubai style, they are going to go all out on this. It's going to be the best of the best. It's going to be incredible hotel brands, shopping centers, malls, parks, restaurants, amenities. Every single thing that you can think of has been thought about and implemented into this brand new waterfront community. So what we're going to see here is in the same style as the old Palm, these prongs here are going to be the villa prongs. Now actually last year they started selling some of the more affordable, when I say affordable, they were starting at 18 million AED. For my UK guys, that's about 3.5 mil. Lovely little payment plan though, and the capital appreciation on those, wow. And although they are starting at 18 mil, it does sound like a lot. Actually, when you compare it like for like with the Palm, pound per square foot, much cheaper, much affordable, which is exactly what you expect to see when you're buying off plan. That's where the investors win. They're getting in early, they're buying when it's sand, they're buying into the vision, and that's where you can see your capital appreciation explode. The guys who were early on the Palm, guess what? They're all calling up, they're all wanting a piece of this because they've experienced how insane it was last time and they're ready to go again. So again, on these prongs, they're gonna be beautiful, top tier, high-end villas. Now every single release that was released last year has been a sellout. To get these are competitive, you need to be in discussions early, you need to be speaking to the right people so that we can get you in on this. So if you need any more details, if you want to get involved in these plots, any future possibilities, use the links around this video so we can have a chat and I can get you in the right place at the right time to make sure you're securing them, because investors know how successful they are. They grab them up, they snapped up every single time. So they've released some villas already, but we're set to see a lot more launches over the next 12 months. They're still yet to release the villas that sit on the end of the prongs. Now, typically when you see a prong on a Palm, the most affordable ones are right at the start, and you get more and more luxurious as you go, with the absolutely iconic masterpiece of each prong being right at the end, because here you get this whole bit of land, you get complete privacy, you've got private beach wrapped around your entire property, super exclusive, super high end. When we're looking at the highest priced properties, that's them. You're going to see a lot more villa launches along these prongs. In the central section here then, you're going to see a lot of hotels, a lot of apartments. There'll be a lot more affordable options to get into the Palm, to get a piece of waterfront living, with the apartment options as well. Now, I was at a briefing a couple of months ago that was explaining to me this top section here. This top section here is going to be an entertainment zone. Think concerts, think celebrities, think major events from all around the world. They are creating this entertainment hotspot, which is going to sit right at the top of the Palm, which will be truly iconic. Think fireworks, think luxury, think high end, think everything that's going on. It's going to sit in that top section there. Along the crescent, you're going to see a lot of different hotels, a lot of different properties, a lot of different apartments. There's going to be so many opportunities for the next 12 months, for the next 5 years, even 10 years to get in on this project. It is bigger than ever before. It is better than ever before. And there's going to be a lot of different products at different price points, different entry points, so that you can get a piece of the pie. But like I said, because of its popularity, because of the numbers, which I'm just about to touch on, they are popular. They've now had that track record, and this one is set to be bigger and better, and people are buying into that vision. And when we're talking about a good deal, yes, the starting point might be 18 mil. Yes, that might sound like a lot. That's AED, about 3.5 mil. Yes, that might sound a lot, but I need to caveat that with, actually, when you run the numbers, it is looking like an incredible investment right now. For example, the current prices on initial launch from Palm Jebel Ali on the first lot of villas that they released, the price per square foot was 2,362 AED per square foot. For my UK guys, that was about £506 per square foot. Okay, whereas over on the Palm Jumeirah, which is currently selling live today at 65,000 AED per square foot, up to £13,974 per square foot over on Palm Jumeirah. Right, guys, that is honestly ludicrous. It is insane, and that is where investors are really truly finding value in this, finding a project. This is what I talk about when you can get into projects and make incredible capital appreciation. There are incredible opportunities in Dubai, but you have to caveat that with being within the right location, with the right developer. And this right here is the perfect storm. And with the confidence that people have seen on Palm Jumeirah, it makes it even more no-brainer. The fact you have the highest quality developer, a government-backed developer giving you all the security in the world. You look at the numbers pound for pound, what you can get here versus what you can get there, gives you every confidence that that is what the capital appreciation is going to see here. And imagine in 3 or 4 years time, and yes, 18 mil might sound a lot, but there's a payment plan. Typically, you'll only need 20% of that down. So if we're looking at 3.5 million and you want 20% of that down, 175,000 British pounds gets you a piece of this. How insane. Plus your payments are then spread over the rest of construction period, and you are getting capital appreciation every single second of the way. And the fact that these sell out immediately, suddenly your value jumps up because you can't get them. You can't just go to the direct. It's all about supply and demand. Once they're sold out, they become more desirable. Your capital appreciation jumps up from literally day one. It is an incredible investment. If you do need any help navigating this, if you want any more information, if you want to be ready for the next launch, give me a shout. I can help you navigate it all. Now, let me show you exactly where we are sat in terms of some previous numbers of the Palm Jumeirah. As I always say, we can never predict the future, but actually this project really, really helps us in terms of we've got live data from the Palm, which was a previous project done in the past that we can actually take the numbers from. So I want to do villas for us to start with because that's what's currently being launched. Let's go, let's get it. This villa number 71 on Front C, one of the earlier numbers, 4 bedrooms. This was actually purchased off plan. Was it off plan? No, it's not even got the off plan numbers on there. But even you can see here now the capital appreciation that these buyers have seen. So they actually bought it in 2013 for 11,900, and that wasn't off plan at this point. You can see it was a resale, and they actually have sold it for 26,500 last month. In 10 years, it has more than doubled. Let me see if I can see one of the early ones because they will really fascinate me. This property was bought in 2011 for 7.3 million. It has just been sold for 26 million last month in 2025. What else have we got here? This makes me sick. This is what I mean. Okay, this is actually an initial sale. So this one was purchased off plan. Are you ready? Are you ready? 2.6 million AED. Let that sink in for a 3-bedroom villa on the Palm. 2.6 million in 2007. An investor purchased off plan this property. That same property today, how many years later? 18 years later, 25 million. And we're always talking AED here. 25 million AED. Price per square foot, 5,000. Okay, you can see there, genuinely, it's about 10x. That is genuinely insane. Show me an investment strategy where you can see that happen. And notice this price per square foot, 5,000 per square foot, the latest launch of the new Palm. With these types of figures, Palm Jebel Ali could have really come in at a lot punchier than what they did. In reality, they have been selling things. They've come in at half the price of this, 2,300 price per square foot for the new Palm, because they want to look after their investors. They understand they need investors to buy into the vision, to purchase them, to get the money in, to help, because that's how they make money. Okay, so they are coming in at a much, much lower price per square foot, but it gives the investors the upside because they know where this can go. And imagine in 3 or 4 years' time, this will go up again. Insane. When you see the numbers like that, you're like, yeah, give it to me right now. Okay, let me show you another one just so you don't think I am making this up as I go along. But this is the live data from the DLD. The DLD is the Dubai Land Department. This is live data from sales that are going through right now. Okay. So in May 2010, so this wasn't even off plan, this because it was a mortgage registration. This must have been a purchase once the property had completed. May 2010, 2 million. Today, 23 million. That's a 4-bedroom villa on the Palm. Oh, this is a nice one. Guys, this is number 53 on Frond E. This is a 6-bedroom villa, which on the initial sale sold for 15 million. AED. For my UK guys, about £3 million. It has just been sold February this year for 74 million. Okay, guys, remember these are mortgageable. You can see people are getting mortgages on these. These have payment plans in place, so it's not even that you need the whole 3 million. Maybe let's say for nice easy figures, you put in a 50% mortgage on this. Okay, 15 million. You put in, which is 3 million British pounds. You put in 1.5 million. You've mortgaged the rest of it. Your 1.5 million is now worth this. This is where you can leverage finance. This is where you can really, really make some incredible wins in the Dubai property market. I'm not making it up. This is live data. This isn't me just putting my finger in the air like, yeah, this is a good project. You can see from the location, based on the airport, based on everything that's happening in Dubai South, based on what's happened previously, based on the guys that are behind it, based on the numbers that we can see, this is going to be a success story every single day of the week. And that is exactly why I wanted to bring your attention to it, guys. This project I'm very, very excited about. We're going to see a lot more noise about it in the next 12 months. If you need any more information, if you want to be involved, if you want to be in line to secure one of these properties, then let's have a conversation. Use all the links around the video. You can't have a conversation early enough. I need to make sure you have the process down, you understand everything that's going on, so we can make sure you're in a position to win. Hope you found that helpful, and I will see you on the next one.